doing a great job of getting to half guard anytime you wanted, and that's where we can kind of, you know, at least be happy with you're getting to where you want to be, okay, right away. But one of the things that I noticed whenever you were getting to half guard is that you were uncrossing, you were letting his leg go. So, for example, here, here's my half guard. So, you were getting here. This was an at-will thing for you. You're getting here every time. Okay, anytime you want, and you're doing a good job. One thing, you might not be getting deep enough with your hook here, right? I noticed some of the times you were getting about halfway across the back here, really shallow kind of underhook here. Instead, always try to get all the way across over here on the side, okay? All the way over to the hip, right? Because that really gives me control of your whole body, right? Notice the difference between here, if I have like a grip halfway across your back, look, the difference here. Now if I get all the way across, all the way to the hip as far as possible, I'll even grab the pants right at the seam. Look the difference in how much control of your body I have there. Okay, but even more important than that, okay, there were several times where, you know, instead of replacing your hook or you move your bottom hook, you were doing that. Okay, obviously, you know, if I let your leg go, you're just going to step out. Yeah, and I'm going to lose my half guard position. Okay, so this right here is definitely one thing that we want to look to improve. We always have to be, you know, controlling this leg. This leg is the key to this half guard position. Okay, if we lose this, we've lost everything. Okay, even though we have the underhook, it's going to be really easy for the guy to pass and just like control. But okay, and also our variations should play off of each other. Okay, if I'm able to get here, let's say you whizzle my arm, right? Yeah, here, and I start to roll, but then you put your hand on the mat. Yeah, look, I'm going to take the other option, right? And I think there were a lot of opportunities there for you to shoot out the back door, and you were kind of focused on getting one over the other, right? There were times where it just looked like you were sold on just getting one rather than taking what was given to you. And I think if you've probably watched that video a couple times, so you might know what I'm talking about. But you might look at the video again, and I'll take a look at the video again. But just from my initial impression, it looked like you were almost insistent on one over the other, right? Rather than taking what was given to you, you wanted to make one work. And that, more times than not, will often end up in like just being frustrated because he's basically shutting down the one that you want, but he's opening up for the next that you should take, right? But your insistence, or stubbornness, for lack of better terminology, it can be frustrating, and I think that's more than likely what happened. But you were there. He might have been doing something that was shutting the other opportunities down, and I'm just kind of looking at it from an outsider's point of view. Yeah. But how did you feel? Did you feel like maybe you wanted one? You wanted to make one work, and there were opportunities to possibly maybe take it back, and you just got a little bit of a tunnel vision.
I don't know at any time did I ever think of popping that shoulder
going to the back.
And grabbing the back. Not one time did I think about it.
Yeah, and that's just, early on, I was really impressed how you were able to get, and you even got an early, half guard sweep, and it was nice. I was like, wow, your initial text said, I didn't feel like I handled this guy well at all, and I'm watching you half guard sweep this guy. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's doing great, Right. But then, as it went on, I started to realize, okay, I see what's going on here. A little bit of insistence, that you want one to work over the other, right. And that's going to happen, Robert. Believe it or not, that's that's the natural progression. It really is. You're learning. You're becoming, familiar with the position, and as you move on, you're going to feel more comfortable with one sweep over the other, okay. And it's going to feel, you're going to hit that sweep 9 times out of 10, but it's going to be that one that you don't, and it's just like, what's going on, you know? Well, then that's where your progression is going to happen. That's actually where you're going to learn that all of these variations have to work together, you know, to make one work. And you know, today what we can talk about is, you know, absolutely we've got to control that half guard, that leg that's in the half guard, because that's, you know, I think there was a couple of times, at least one I know for sure, where he stepped out of your half guard solely because you let his leg go, right? I mean, that was just that's the only reason he was able to get out of your half guard. He didn't use any kind of technique to pass your guard other than, hey, my leg's free, I can step out. Okay, so definitely we got to, definitely got to work on that. Yeah. And I think we can work today on using one of those variations to set up the other one, right? And I think, you know, we've always been doing that. We've always been, you know, at least from what I can remember, we've always emphasized taking what is giving to us, right? You know, what our opponent's giving to us. But it never hurts to reinforce it, right? Maybe using, and then like next week or, you know, this coming week, whenever you get an opportunity to roll, you might emphasize setting one up to make another one happen, okay? So, for instance, come into half guard for me here. So, if, like, let's say, I think there were several times where you were here and you got your good underhook, and remember also, you know, we don't want a shallow hook, right? We want all the way across, even if it's just on the jacket. A lot of times I like to either take this lapel and feed it to my hand here to make this a really solid anchor here, right? This gives me a lot of control over your body, and it anchors me to to my half guard. Okay, so let's say I start to build my way up, and there were some angles that I really couldn't see what was going on, but was this guy wizarding a lot? Was he wizarding the arm a lot, or?
I don't know that he was wizarding,
yeah.
Steve, but
he was.
I could not get to my elbow.
Okay, yeah, he was smashing, right? Okay,
yeah.
No, and that's perfect. That's a perfect observation, because we can deal with that. And to believe it or not, it actually is easier when a guy is pressuring you like that, right? Wow. Once I'm here, right, go ahead and smash. I want you to put all kinds of weight on me. Look, you know, and this is, think about it like this, Robert. This is a sign of desperation. He's like, oh man, this guy's about to get my back. I gotta flatten him like a pancake. Okay, so he's putting a lot of pressure on you, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so if I'm on my side as much as possible, right, and I can always scoot out, and this is going to look really familiar to you because we've talked about this before. As you're putting pressure on me, go ahead and put pressure on me. Watch what I'm going to do. See how I shrug my shoulder? Put pressure on me. Okay, go ahead. All right. So as you're trying to smash me, remember, I like to push on this knee, and I'll even push on the crossface hand. Okay, so we're going to start in this position here, right? And you know, let's say I can't get that grip. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go as deep as I can, right? I get a grip on your pants, get a grip on the skirt here, or whatever I can get here, just to pull you in. Okay, so now smash. Right. Did I get you crossface? Yeah. Disappearing. I'm disappearing. There's nothing. You can't smash me now. Look. I'm to the side of you right now, right? Just switch my feet, yeah, come up, now I can get to my elbow, right? And basically you're folding over at this point, right? You're trying to build your base, and it's just not a good position for you, right? From here, it should be really pretty easy for me to come up to my knee, right? Yeah, look, because you're so flattened out there, getting to your back was about as easy as it could get, okay? So that's what I would say would be causing you problems. I think it's just it's a little bit of being stifled in that position, right? You're just getting there, and it's like, hey, I'm not really used to guys smashing me down like this, and it's really great that it's happening, because you need to learn that's kind of one of the subtleties in that position. You're still on bottom, right? We know how effective how effective and efficient the position is, but there are some nuances, right? You have to deal with the pressure. You're going to have someone on top of you, right? They still have gravity working on their side to a certain extent, but you can start to use gravity to help you out as well. If you're able to push his knee out, right? How much of a difference does that make whenever I start to push your knee out, right? You're here on top, right? The guy's on here on top, he's smashing. But look, as I take my knee out, look. Yeah. Look, my weight, you're here, I'm putting my weight on top of you, but as my knee goes out, look, my body goes this way. And I can only put weight now on the mat. Yeah. So, to be honest with you, if this type of situation wasn't being presented to you, you may never learn. You may never learn from just having someone cooperate with you or making it easy on you. You have to deal with those really tough situations to make to really be familiar with all of the the details and the subtleties of this position. So it's really good that this stuff is happening because we can address this, right? We can learn from this. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Another thing is that's one thing about dealing with the weight, okay? And the other thing that I was talking about is using one variation to set up another, okay? And all of these variations play off of each other, and we get repetitions with just just with the technique of making that single technique work. But the broader, bigger picture of this is that each one of these variations set up each other, right? So let's talk about each one through the sequence, okay? So the back take, right? So here, go into half guard. Here, right? Always in good position. You were doing a great job at this, by the way, right? You were doing a great job being on your shoulder. Besides the losing the leg, that obviously that's an easy fix. Okay, that's probably the easiest fix. Obviously you have to control the weight. Okay. Circling to your half guard underhook grip here, right? Getting a good solid grip. Beside, noticing that you were getting kind of this half weight, across the back grip. That's a pretty easy fix as well, right? Okay. So here, right, locking the crossface, and from here, Robert, just like we were talking about, that's what this guy's makes. It is. Look, already, look, you're starting to square. I mean, obviously the guy's going to be trying to bring it back in, but it doesn't hurt me to, just mess with his base, right? Okay, so here, look, I already switched. Here, getting your leg out. Now, try to put pressure on me. Yeah, look, see how I'm walking away from you, right? Look, it's hard for you to put pressure on me because your knee is being turned to that direction, right? And now it's going to be, I should be able to get to my knee or my elbow. I'm going to circle up. It's my elbow, right here. See, I'm also pushing you away with my shoulder, right, from here, right, creating this angle. Put pressure on me. Yeah, look. You're locked down, right? It's hard for you to move. you're uncomfortable there. You feel like you have the wizard, right? So that's actually what's going to happen. Okay? It's a practical situation that's happening here. Okay? So let's say the guy doesn't wizard. You say as far as you can remember, the guy wasn't wizarding, right? He wasn't using that very often. Okay, so that's our first variation, right? By the way, try to pull your knee out, Robert. Try to pull your knee out. Look out. See that? The way that I have your ankle away from your hip causes your knee to be locked in there, right? Just try to pull it up. Yeah, it's hard, right? See what I'm doing with my leg? I'm dropping weight on your knee, which is going to make it hard for you to pop that out. Okay, and I'm using that shoulder to push you away from me, and this grip is going to anchor me to you. Okay, so once I get here, if the guy's not wizarding, this is our trigger. This is our alert. Okay, he's not controlling my arm. Look. Right up to the back, okay? So we're using the position to dictate to us which variation we're going to use, okay? If he's not wizarding and we're able to turn his hips, turn his knee, he doesn't control the arm. And by the way, you can get the back even if he has a wizard, okay? And we'll talk about that here in a second. But you're going to use that as your alarms are going to go off, and eventually you'll start to develop that. You'll feel it. You don't even have to look and see, oh, he's not wizarding my arm. He's not wizarding my arm. That's basically you're going to feel it, okay? So also, whenever he's wizarding your arm, okay, we can also get to the back. Now, I don't prefer this one. I don't prefer this variation because it feels like it's a little bit too risky, okay? But whenever I get up here to my knee, even if the guy's wizarding, look, I never like to let go of this underhook. But I can let go of it and still get your back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to noodle my arm. I'm going to let go over here, right? And I'm going to noodle my arm and I'm going to pull my arm out. Right? And I'm going to get your back this way. Okay? So again, get your wizard, right? This is a very common situation. We deal with this all the time, right? Obviously, I can do the arm trapping reversal, right? Especially if you wizard. And that's, to me, that's going to be your best bet. But you can also noodle your arm. The air guitar. That's what they call it. The air guitar, right? You're hitting that Eddie Van Halen kind of, you know. Here, okay? So we'll get a few repetitions in with this, just so you can, add this into this game, because it's going to help you, to have all these resources, right? I noodle my arm, right? And I put, if the harder the guy tries to wizard your arm, go ahead and wizard my arm. Yeah, really hold on to that, dude. Yeah, exactly. The harder you hold on to it, the more force that I apply to you going down the mat. So watch here. Right? Look how hard you hit the mat. That makes it really easy for me to hit your back. Okay? So this might help to give you another option to get to the back. Because, that's kind of why there's never really one is more important than the other. But this is kind of where this one right here is going to set up your other variations. It's going to set up your knee pick. It's going to set up your wizard, your arm trapping reversal, and it's kind of your best option. I hate to say that, but because I don't think one's better than the other. But you almost have to be selling for this whole deep underhook half guard position to be effective. You have to sell the back take. He has to be so concerned with you taking his back that he's over-committing to defending his back, okay? And that's going to make everything else easier. So, in this position, think, I want this guy's back. I'm going to get this guy's back, all right? Okay. And then, when you feel that he is committed to defending his back, it's going to just make all these sweeps much easier, okay? So, if you see what I'm saying here, it's like, those back take techniques are setting up your other techniques, right? And if he doesn't defend his back, we're going to get his back, right? So that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. We're going to use one variation to set up another variation, right? The other techniques, okay? So you'll get the feel of it. Let's go ahead and do that half guard back take, right? I want to see the air guitar. See your best air guitar here, right? And let's talk about this initial position, okay? This starting position, right? Because let's say you say he was doing this, right? He was getting this grip and like trying to smash down into your throat and everything, right? Okay, not a problem, okay? It really should be, because look, take this shoulder out this way. Yeah, look, that's not bothering you at all. Look, yeah, exactly. You're disappearing. And for me, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. Yeah, look, oh, my forehead's on the mat now, right? Look, because I'm being stubborn with this. This is going to cause me to let go of that to get my hand on the mat, right? Yeah, look, right? So, oh, sorry about your finger. So if I'm trying to smash here, right, just, never let it get the crossface, right? You don't want me to get that crossface out, right? Now start to blade your shoulder out. There you go, push my knee out. Yes, look, right, look. I'm no longer, if I do try to press into you, right, look, come out the back door. Keep going out, sliding out. Yeah, look, my forehead's on the mat. Yep, there it is, right? So, and I'm probably as heavy or heavier than this guy that you're talking about, right? So I'm able to put pressure on you, but it's no big deal, right? You're able to deal with that pressure and take out, basically you're taking out the legs on the table and you're making the table spread out, and as, obviously, it's kind of the physics of the position. If I'm able to base up, I'm heavy, right? But as I start to spread my weight across a wider base, I get lighter and lighter and lighter, So, and then I end up on my face, basically just like I did just then. So I think that'll really help, right? To really mess with the guy's base, because he's trying to press, and, but nothing taken away from him. He's new at this as well, okay? But he doesn't know anything else. That's all he's trying to do. He knows you're trying to get to his back. At least he's aware of that. He knows, hey, this guy's trying to either roll me or he's trying to get to my back, right? Anybody, I think most people who put a gi on are going to be able to, recognize what's happening in that position. You're either trying to get around to my back or you're trying to trap my arm and roll me to that side. okay? And it's going to be pretty easy to recognize that, even for the newest of newest people.
Okay.
Okay, so what he's doing is desperation. It's his only defense, right? And what's funny about that is the defense that he's doing, even as new as he is the same defense a lot of times that even higher level people do. They'll do the exact same thing. They'll try to press you down. They'll try to use the grips to get in your face or get in your throat. So it's something that's going to be similar even as you move on, progress to higher levels. You're going to still deal with people trying to frustrate your defense, okay, or your attacks, right? So half guard again, okay, and this time, the whole time, you're messing with my base, right? Look, I'm pressuring you. Yeah, all I can do, right? Yeah, push that. Yes, look, right? Nice. Circle to your all the way deep. Yeah, deep. So see how you're coming up to my lat, up here towards my left shoulder. Yeah. Go down to the hip, right? Yeah, there's your anchor. And the reason for that, Robert, is if you grab my shoulder, right? Grab my shoulder. It's going to be hard for you. Try to disappear. Try to go down towards my hip. Look, because your arm is up high, right? Now grab my hip. Now disappear. Look, yeah, look how low you can get. Yes, right? So you're almost anchoring yourself up high by grabbing up here, okay? So always try to get down to the hip, right? And it kind of works both ways. It's funny because even on the flip side of this, with me on top, I would never want to grab up here, right? Because I don't want to make it easy for you to disappear. I want to grab down here so that you can't go anywhere, right? So it's the same thing, right? So always, whenever you get that underhook, go all the way to the hip, right? So go ahead and get your underhook. Yeah, there you go. Look. Now, if I do nothing, like you say this guy's doing, right? He's just kind of here. Maybe he gets a grip on your belt. He's doing this, right? Open your elbow.
Pushing my head.
Oh, he was pushing your head.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, okay.
That way.
All right. So even me, Robert, what I'm doing right here, look, I'm trying to get my knee in closer so that I can use this hand. Right. You take that knee out and watch what happens to this hand. I have to put this hand on the mat. If I don't, go ahead and push my knee out and I don't put the elbow, I fall to the mat. Okay? I have to have this hand on the mat when this knee is out. Okay? Because obviously I need a base, right? That's why I'm always trying to get this knee in. So now look, I don't need my hand on the mat anymore. I can use this to start to frustrate you or whatever, right? Okay. As you push that knee out, look, oh, I have to do it. I have to do it. So as soon as I do that, that takes a lot of weight off of you. Yes, look how you're able to move, right? Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Good. Okay. So let's see the air guitar this time. Okay, I'm going to whizzer. All right, here. Yeah, there you go. Go. Start to build your way up, right? And push that knee up. Push that knee up. Yes. No. Now I have to do this, right? So come up. Switch your legs. Switch your legs. Yeah. There you go. Good. Now this is. I'm all kinds of in bad shape here. Come up to your right knee. Yeah. There you go. Good. Now I'm going to hold on to this, and I want you to noodle your arm and air guitar.
So like this.
Yes.
Like through there?
So no, just leave it. Yeah. You're going to run your hand across my back, and you're going to noodle your arm. Yeah. Look. Yes. Good. Yep, there's your over-under, and you're ready to pack, or you're ready to take the back, okay? Again, get your underhook, whizzering. Yeah, even if I get a grip here, it doesn't matter, right? Noodle your arm and air guitar. Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Right? The more committed I am to that whizzer, the easier it's going to be for you to get my back. Look, I might even get here, or I might even get all the way over here and get your lapel. Yep, go. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Okay? So, just another option that you can use to get to the back. Okay? Because that is our first option. That is to me, I won't even say anymore that I don't want to say that that's the most important one. It is the most important one because you have to sell the back tape. Because that's what's going to put this guy on the defense. And by putting him on the defense, he's going to overcommit to the defense. And we need him to overcommit to the defense so that we can set up the rest of our attacks. Okay. Now for the setting up like the knee pick, the arm trapping reversal, and the single leg that we talked about. Actually, I don't know if we talked about the single leg. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. We'll talk about it today.
That's when you stood up.
Yes.
Right.
Good. I'm glad we talked about that. Right. So basically, we put the guy so on the defense that he has decided, I'm going to bail on this completely. I just want to get this guy off of me, and I'm going to stand on my feet and I'm going to run away.
Right.
Okay, that's where, I mean, some guys will go to that first, right? They're just, maybe, you know, for whatever reason, their background or whatever, they like to get to their feet and they just want to reset. So they'll stand straight up, okay? So basically, the position itself, by selling that back take, you have made the guy, you have put his level of concern at such a high level that he is no longer wanting to be in that position with you, so he's doing everything he can just to get up and get away, okay? So that's kind of, you know, the important thing to take away from what we're talking about this morning, just from watching the video. Maybe he wasn't feeling as in danger as we want him to be, okay?
Yeah.
He wasn't wizarding, like you said, right? So whether it be from lack of experience, he didn't know about the wizard, right? He didn't know about that, or let's say the guy was even smarter than we give him credit for, and he knew if he wizarded you, you're probably going to sweep him or take his back. Let's give him more credit than we.
He is always concerned about offense. No matter what position he's in, he is trying to get a choke in.
He's one of those choke from close guard kind of guys, right?
Choke from close guard. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Which is what I did when I first
Sure.
started.
Yeah, everybody. We all did. Yeah, we all did. Yeah, I was the same way. So, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm glad you pointed out something, Steve,
Yeah.
which is, and I didn't realize that until we started talking this morning, is the number one place I want to be is on his back.
That's right.
And I don't think about that when I'm in that half guard. I've been thinking about rolling him over and getting side control.
Yeah.
But getting his back is
Much
the
better
most-
option. Yeah.
is the most advantageous, and that
You
should
bet.
be my number one priority. That should be A.
Absolutely.
And then the other 2 and 3 are B, C,
That's
D,
right. Yeah, those are your follow-ups, right?
Okay. It's kind of
Consider
big.
yourself, Robert. Consider yourself from this day forward a back hunter.
Okay.
You're a back hunter. You're always looking for the back.
Okay.
I think all jiu-jitsu practitioners should at some point consider themselves a back hunter, because think about it. Even there's really, you know, with the exception I think of mount, there's really an attack from every position. Even from mount, you can be baseball bat choke. Okay, even from mount, like if you have full mount on me, I can still baseball bat choke you. I've seen it done at the highest levels, right? Black belt, Pan Ams, World Championship levels, where a guy gets choked, nearly unconscious, he taps, and he's in mount, right? But the guy has to choke in so tight that he has to tap out.
Wow.
So even from mount, okay, you can be attacked. From the back, I seriously cannot sit here and think of any legitimate attack when someone is on your back. You're in so basically what that does is that gives us the you know, the idea that you are in zero danger when you're on someone's back, and when you have someone's back, they are in 100% danger. So there's no better you know, odds for you than when you're on somebody's back. You're in no danger, and you've got 100,000 different submissions that you can, you know, that you can hold on to the guy. You just hold it, you know, and you know he's just not going to be able to do anything to you. So yeah, for sure, you want to get to the back. Use this position to get to the back. This is going to be a great way to for you to get to the back. And there are, you know, obviously we're keeping it very basic, believe it or not. I mean, this is there are a few things that you'll pick up beyond just the technique itself, like the you know, like the little details of pushing out the knee,
Right.
You know, dealing with the weight, dealing with the pressure, dealing with the, you know, the guy trying to, you know, use his hands to threaten with a choke or whatever. Those things you'll learn with experience, right? I can tell you about them, I could talk to you about them, but it's best to, you know, feel those types of things, right? Because there's certain things that you know, as your instructor or when we're cooperating, that you won't feel until you get with somebody who doesn't know what you're trying to do, and he's actually applying resistance. Okay, so this is really good that this is what's going on for you. Also, let's see, on that single leg, right? I don't know if this guy would have tried to stand up, but you know, you need to get at least a couple repetitions in with that single leg as well. Okay,
Sure.
so let's just go through the position. You know, each technique a couple of times. I'll give you a little resistance. I'll give you the pressure that you're looking for. And I really want you to focus on pushing that knee out, right? These are the little things, you know, obviously switching your legs, controlling the ankle, getting a nice deep anchor underhook over here. And just, you know, mess with the guy's base, mess with his hand, right? Make him put his hand on the mat, right? Push his knee out. I guarantee you, when this guy, if he is able to basically float over you, and this is just pure physics, right? If he's able to float over you without his hands on the mat, that means his base is too comfortable. He's too comfortable with where the position of his knees are. As you take that knee out, look, now I'm in trouble, right? Watch, I'll try to take my hands off the mat, look what happened. I can't, right? Look, I have to keep my hands on the mat so that I can base. So basically, we're making him utilize this hand in a way that we want him to use it, right? He wants to get comfortable by pulling this knee in so that he can use this hand to whatever it is that he wants to do. We want to dictate what he's going to do with this hand. So we're going to take his knee out and make him use it this way. His hand being on the mat can't do anything to us. He cannot hurt us, right? He can't even punch us, right? He can't, you know, let's say, you know, aside from competition sport, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, self-defense wise, we want his hand on the mat, on the ground, so that he doesn't have it to, because obviously, look, if I'm comfortable here and you're underneath me, I could just grab your gi and just start, you know, hammer fisting or elbowing to the face. But as soon as you push this knee out, look, oh, now, I'm not hitting you anymore. That's a good thing, right? Yeah. And I'm going to start setting up all my attacks from here, right? Now I've taken the risk away, right? And now I'm going to start sweeping or attacking, get to your back, whatever. Okay. So let's go through the techniques a couple times. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep my base. I want to keep my base, right? And you know, I might touch your head just to, you know, if I get here, I might touch your head just to give you the idea that, hey, I'm controlling my own base here. Yeah. So go ahead, go. Okay, go. Yep, there it is. Good. Yeah, look. Good. So one thing I want you to really notice here is as I'm pulling my knee in, look how available your knee pick is. Watch. Push my knee out, right? Look, and as I come up, and as I pull go ahead and roll up to your knees. Go ahead, go. And yeah, look, yes, right? Because I have to do that because I am insisting on keeping my base. And the more you mess with my base, it's going to cause me to maybe overcommit, right? And pull my knee in really close to you. That's exactly what you're looking for. And there just a second ago, you rolled up almost right into the knee pick, but then you kind of settled into your underhook, right? Which is no big deal. But I want you to really start to recognize this position, what's happening, right? So if you're pushing my knee out, right? Yeah, pushing my knee out. Look, I can't touch your head because I don't have a base, right? So as you roll up, look, my knee comes in. Yes, exactly, right? Okay. So that's gonna be very valuable to setting up that knee pick, right? Pushing that knee out. You know, what does the guy want to do? He wants to build his base back up. So he wants to be comfortable here. You push his knee out, he wants to get comfortable again. So he does this, right? Push his knee out. He doesn't feel comfortable here. He can't use his hands to attack if they're on the mat. So he wants to get comfortable again. There he brings his knee in. He brings it to you. So the important thing is to realize is that you can dictate. You can cause him to do what you want him to do, right? You don't allow him to control his own movement or do what he pleases. You're going to force him to do what you want him to do, right? So you're kind of a puppet master in that way, right? You're dictating the movement, right? And that's where it's a game of chess. I mean, it really is. You're starting to be ahead of him. You're inside of his head. You know what he wants to do. You know, and it's just going to be really frustrating for him because he doesn't realize that you're doing that to make him do what you want him to do. Okay, so always push that knee out. If for nothing else, it's going to make getting to the back a lot easier, and it's going to take away his ability to drive into you. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. All right, so let's do the. I want to see the back take. I'm going to whizzer. I want to see the air guitar. I want to see the arm trapping. I want to see the knee picks. I want to see the single leg. Okay, and I'm going to throw different things at you. Okay, I might stand up. We'll see the single leg, okay? All right, let's do it. All right, let's go. Yeah, look how comfortable I am here. Oh yeah, there it is. Good. Yeah, that's it. Oh, nice. Yeah, you feel that? That felt really good, right? You'll be ahead of the guy, okay? Because now, at a certain point, you're going to deal with people who are more familiar with this position than others. They're going to say, oh, he's air guitar, so they're going to pummel back under. They're going to try to get the underhook, right? So there's going to be this little back and forth.
Okay.
But that's, obviously that's the progression of it, right? You always want to train to fight better and better and better people. That makes it easier when you fight less and less experienced people, okay? All right, so here we go. Yeah, good. Good, yes. Nice. Aha. Yeah, there's nothing I can do with that, right? So you get to my back there. Good, very good. All right, again. Good. Switch your legs right away. Yeah. Look, right? Even though you do not have your underhook yet, Robert, this is one way that you can start to control my body even without this underhook, okay? So switch your legs back again. This one, yeah, look how easy it is for me to maintain this forward-facing, squared-up position because my foot is nice and comfortable, right? So even though you don't have this hook, switch your legs. Yeah, pull that leg out. Look, automatically it changes my ability to, especially for guys like me who are unflexible. I mean, my flexibility is a huge issue for me, right? So look, I can't even turn back into you. Look, that's very uncomfortable for me. So like anybody else, I want to be comfortable, right? So you have caused me to do what you want me to do, right? Instead of allowing me to stay comfortable and do what I want to do, now you're dictating where I'm going to place my body. That's exactly what you want, okay? So here, again, you don't have your underhook yet. So there is no correct order of operations here, right? Even though you don't have your underhook, you still want to dictate my movement, okay? So use your top leg and move my ankle out, right? I'm here, right? Yeah, that's it. Boom, good. Look at the yes, right? So that facilitates and makes it easier for you to get your underhook now, okay? So now start from here. Go. Yeah, nice. Oh man, good. That's it. Right? I'm in such a bad position there with my leg out. My hip is turning away from you. Now you're pushing my knee out. Look, I mean, this is bad for me, right? So it's gonna make getting to the back a lot easier. And it's going to, if I'm really, really determined to keep my top position, it's going to make me overcommit and make mistakes. Because in that position, I'm so splayed out, I have no base. So in order for me to get base, I have to overcommit even though I'm uncomfortable. And that's not a good thing. That's never a good thing. It's like, like anything, it's like trying to do anything like hopping on one foot, right? Or trying to hold your toe on one foot, right? And serve dinner, if you're a waiter, right? It's like, so I'm up here, right? So it's just like anything, you're making him juggle, right? And then you're throwing more balls at him, and he's just like, so, I use silly examples, but basically that's what it is. If anybody can throw one ball up in the air and catch it all the time. When you're throwing more balls, it's like, and then 3, and then 7, and then 8, and then all the balls fall, right? That's all we're doing. We're not allowing this guy to be comfortable ever, right? That's what's going to make all of our attacks even easier, okay? So I really think that this is what's going to take you from just a beginner, just somebody who's kind of scratching the surface on this half guard position, and when you're figuring out all these little details, it's going to make you just unstoppable, right? It's going to make, especially, guys at the higher levels, they've been doing this stuff for years, and not necessarily belt levels. I'm talking about guys that have really committed to the art and studying and investing in time. Those guys are going to be harder to deal with. But if you're doing these little details, Lucas Leitch has proven on the highest stages that even against the world's best, this stuff works. Okay, so but he's got all this stuff figured out. He's got everything that we've talked about today. Lucas has been doing for like over a decade. So you know it's solid for you. This is your introduction, and you're still working on it. You're kind of you know getting sharper and sharper and sharper at this position. Okay, and this is just the natural learning process. All right. So let's keep going with it. All right. I'm gonna throw different things at you. I might stand up or whatever, and let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want you to get that underhook, right? Yeah. It'll be hard, right? Because I'm holding your hand. Look, right? Look, grab my sleeve with your right hand. Yeah, remember that? Right? Now get the back. Drag the arm. Yes. Right? That's going to happen. It's a very, very real possibility. Especially the more familiar your buddies get with you getting this underhook, they're going to be like, no, no, no. There's no way I'm letting this guy get this. So they may even take their hand and put it on your elbow so you cannot get that underhook, right? So open your elbow, grab the sleeve. Yeah, there you go. Now, circle. Good. Look, I cannot pull my arm back. Yes. Okay? Okay. All right, go. There you go. Yeah. Good. Good. Nice. Good. That's it. Good job. Yeah. So that's, you know, that's another real possibility, right? But what I want to do, obviously, we would like for everything to work exactly the way that we practice it every single time, but that's unrealistic to think that, right? Okay. We can maximize by practicing it perfect or better, but we can never be 100% sure that everything's going to work right? Okay, so look, when you get to this position, okay, you put the guy on the defense, right? You hook his leg, okay? This hook that I have on your leg here, this control here, it's going to be very important, especially when you start to stand up, okay? So go ahead and start to stand up. Yeah, look. All right, it's going to be hard for you to stand up, by the way, anyway, right? So look, I don't want to come up with you. I'm going to allow you to stand up. Look. Now, look. Which foot, Robert, is all your weight on? This one. Your left foot. Yeah. That's right, right? Your right foot isn't even touching the mat. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to circle your leg away from you.
Oh, wow, that was even easy.
Yeah, really easy, right? Okay. So my goal is to keep this foot off of the mat, okay? And I'm able to do that by having that leg control, right? That when I switch my legs, I get deep under your leg, right? And when you stand up, I come up with you. Again, I'm dictating what you're doing. I don't want you to dictate what you're doing because that's going to make it harder on me. I'm going to make it easier on myself, okay? So let's do that again. Just the single leg, okay? Here. Yeah, good. There's that. Nice. Nice with that base. Good. Good. Now switch your legs. Yes. Good. Even yes. Get all the way underneath, right? So as I start to stand up, right, I make my base. You're going to force me to put all my weight on this foot. Now come up. Come up. Yeah, look. There is so much weight on this foot. Now, circle. Yeah, go, 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 go. Yes. Good. Right into that nasty knee bar. Look at that, right? Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I felt when you did it to me, you just picked it up and
that's right.
swept it
Just
around.
circle it around.
Going.
There's nothing you can do about it, right? Because there's so much weight on that other foot. That's your only. That's it. I mean, you're a one-legged man at that point, right? You have no way of stopping the sweep. Okay. Right. So that's definitely something to invest some time in and rep that thing out. And you know what? What I'd like to see, Robert, is as you roll with these guys, you get together with your buddies. You should rep these things out. You know, maybe at the end of class or maybe at the end of the session or whatever you guys do. Maybe roll for the first 30 minutes, and then if they're willing, say, hey, can I rep these things out with you? You know, that way it's not just in here with me and you. You get a feel for somebody different, right? Right. And then you don't have, you know, for better or worse, you don't have me there to say, hey, am I doing this right? Or to point out what you're doing right or wrong. It's a way for you to almost kind of check yourself, right? Make sure that you're doing things on your own. And then if it's not working, then you can come back and say, hey, you know, I was drilling this thing and I've got it on video. What am I doing wrong here, right? And then so it's just a really good way to reinforce the good habits, right? Yeah. The good things that we're doing. So, You might do that instead of just using these guys as basically grappling dummies.
Yeah.
You can actually use them as drilling partners. Okay. And hey, who knows? They might learn something too. You know, it'd be good for you to pass that stuff on to them as well.
Yeah.
Right. But make sure to get like an advisory fee. Yeah. You know, you're paying good money for this, so you know at least $5 or something for a good sweep or something. Okay. So let me show you one thing here.
Okay.
All right. Might help to feel this single leg again. Okay. So and I've noticed on your videos, a lot of times you're doing this as well, right? This is a good thing. I always like to get this good anchor because if I'm going to take your back, this is going to make it easy for me to pull myself up to your back. Okay. And if I'm going to arm trap in reversal, it's going to make look how much I can just almost roll you. If you can have this arm right here, which if you have a wizard and his arm in your if your arm trap, look how easy it is for me to pull you over because I have this good grip here that controls the side of your body. Okay. If I just have this kind of half grip, look, even though I have your arm trap, look, I can't pull. Okay, it's hard for me. Okay, so here, always get this grip or around here to the back. Okay, to the side. Good grip here. Right. So I'm gonna switch. Right. And let me show you that before I even get that grip, right? You square up with me, right? Yeah, square up with me. Yeah, get your knees wide. Get really comfortable. I want you to get, good and comfortable in your base. Okay? But obviously, I don't want you to have that comfort. Right? So I'm going to protect my head, okay? Look, I'm not even going to get the underhook yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to switch your base. Watch. You're nice and comfortable here, right? You feel good. Watch. As soon, look at your body. Look, now how comfortable are you, right? Look, it makes it easy for me to get this nice deep underhook. Right? Keep this grip. Try to cross face. Look. And my head's gone, right? Because your hip is not squared with me, you're unable to get a good, strong cross face now, okay? So as I come up, right, I start to come up, and you're like, that ain't happening, right? So you start to stand up. Yeah, start to stand up. I come up with you, force you to put all that, look at all that weight on your leg. Try to put your foot on the mat. You can't, right? Might be able to touch a little bit with your toes. That's about it. Look. Try not to have your knee so close to this. Look, because I can't circle around. Okay. So I'm going to bring my knee out here. Watch. Yeah. Look. Fall right into this. Look. Here's this knee bar. Right into it. Right. Or step over. Peel. Look. Shrug. Out the back. Here. Right into this position. Grips. Right. Or Kimura. Right. We're into our world right there. Okay. Now I will say, of all of them, this is probably the least likely to happen because guys some guys don't feel comfortable getting up to their feet. Right. You know, they want to stay on the mat, right? They want to stay on their knees because here I'm a lot more base out than I am on my 2 feet. I have four points of contact with the mat. Okay. So naturally, this is a really comfortable position. It's desirable. People want to stay here because they feel like they can keep themselves from getting rolled to their back. So it's less likely that someone will try to stand up with you in that position, but it's not like impossible. It's going to happen. You know. So try that again. Let's see. Forcing that weight onto this foot, right? Okay. Making me stand on this foot, and then you're going to take your knee a little bit away from me so that you can circle, okay? Yeah, that's it. Yes, good. That's what we want to do every time. Beautiful. Yeah, good. I start to stand up. Yeah, push me onto that. Yes, look. Now look. Boom. All right. Yes. Good. Okay. Good job.
Keep moving that knee down.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah, because you've got my leg. You've got my leg trapped. I'm not going to get that thing out of there. There's no way. Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
One more thing.
Sure.
That from our role, and this is a little off subject, but I feel like what you've done on this D path is you've given me like stage 2 or phase 2 or chapter 2 of this. So
okay.
I need to. So it used to be just get the underhook.
Sure.
And now it's grab the hip.
Right.
And then, go ahead and switch your legs, but this is more important. It's switch your legs and
yes.
mess with that.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm feeling really good about that.
Good.
I had him in side control, and I was trying to grab that shoulder, hit him in the solar plexus,
yes.
and get him turned around so I could do a step over Kimura.
Right.
And I could never get my leg around him. I couldn't get over his head. He was
Okay.
fighting the whole time.
Okay.
I was wondering if there's some technique that I missed.
Let's take a look at it.
On
You do it to me.
Okay.
And I want to see, you can kind of walk me through it or talk me through what he was doing. Okay.
just like this.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't letting me.
He had this arm?
Yeah, I just couldn't get.
So you couldn't step over?
Right, I couldn't step over.
I bet you this is what was happening. He had this arm and he was keeping you from stepping over.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good question. So I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Come down to side control for me.
Okay.
So here, okay, we're going to make him regret using that arm.
Okay.
So here, make sure this is really tight. Felt good, right? You did everything right, okay? Some people are going to the tricep, and that's I would prefer not to go to the tricep. I think you're not one of those guys. You're staying on the shoulder, right? Because when I'm on the tricep, look, I can get to your solar plex, right, or to your your chest, your sternum, but it's not. I'm not able to put as much weight on you, okay? And look, it's not encouraging you to go to your shoulder, right? It's just not. So if I stay on your shoulder, right? Look, when I circle, look, yeah. See how that encourages you to go to your side, okay? And you're doing a good job of that, right? And then we're also going to push our ear and our shoulder down to the hip, okay? So as I'm trying to step over, look how you're using that arm. Yeah, you're using this arm like on my leg to keep me from stepping over, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up off of this knee that's right in front of your face, and I'm going to slide over your arm. Okay, like that. Okay, go ahead and like put your hand on my hip. Yeah, put your hand on my hip to keep me from stepping around. Look, from here, I'm going to put my hand on your head, okay, and I'm going to come up, and I'm going to knee right over your arm. Okay, boom. Now I'm in my position. Okay?
Yeah.
I've had this happen to me where they were making it very difficult for me to step over the head. And I was like, man, I gotta figure this out. So that's a good question.
Okay.
Because it can stifle your progression.
Right.
Okay. So try that side control. And I want you to get used to knee riding over that arm. And you know, obviously, these are your buddies. You can ask them that. You drive that knee right into the biceps, like, ow! You know?
All right.
Man, I should have done that as well. Knows all the tricks, man. There we go. Yeah. Good. I'm holding here, right? Yeah. Now, up. Yeah, up. Yes. Look, I'm going to try to keep you from doing it. Go. Go. Be right. Go. 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 Yes. Good. Nice.
That was so easy.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be the answer to that problem. Okay.
Perfect.
We shouldn't have any reason why we can't step over this guy's head. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can use that knee to like I said, put that knee on somebody's bicep. It's like, I really wish I had not tried to stop Robert from stepping over my head now, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's a good question. And anytime you come up with stuff like that, it's really helpful to me if you have those questions, right? I was thinking about this yesterday. At first, you need your instructor to guide you to even like how to tie your belt and how to put your jacket on and stuff like that. But as you move on, you start to get more and more familiar with what you need to work on. Right. And I'll always try to stop you and point out something here and there. But if you have questions the good thing about having questions of your own is that burns into your memory a lot more. When something is frustrating you, it's causing you to not be able to successfully apply your techniques. That is what's going to stick with you more. When you learn how to solve that problem, because you have noticed the problem and you've addressed the problem, you've asked the question, that's going to stick with you even more than me just showing you something random, right? That's what's going to stick with you more. So always try to come up with those good questions. See what's causing you problems, and we can really start to hammer those things out. Okay.
It's been extremely helpful.
Good.
This whole video thing, I feel like I've come leaps and bounds over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Glad.
And now I'm ready to go roll. I wish those guys were right here because I'm ready to get back on the mat.
Just meet me at the Forge at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
We've got about 30 minutes. We can get some good rolls in.
Exactly.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
I wish they were here. And it's funny because even when I'm watching the videos, I'm like, man, I could really help this guy too. You know, I wish I was there so I could help this guy too, because I know I see some things that he's doing as well. But you know, you're the one that's benefiting from it, and hopefully maybe you can even help them, you know, in small ways or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're doing some things, you know. like your buddy, I'm sure he's a good guy, you know, and he's kind of, I don't know how committed to jiu-jitsu he is, but eventually he's got to figure out that you can't be that choke at all costs, you know, even at the cost of your position.
Right.
I don't care. I'm going to try to choke you and you're on my back. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's just,
right.
Ultimately, that's just always going to lead to frustration because you don't know any better.
Right.
You know? So, but yeah, get with these guys and not only roll with them, Robert, but use them as drilling partners.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe spend the last 5-10 minutes just going through your variations. You know, have them stand up because that's gonna, you know, as much as repetitions as we get here, there's a lot of times there's a lot of explanation that's going on. So there's less and less time for just actual drilling, and that would be a great opportunity for you just to get repetitions. You know,
Yeah.
just to get repetitions and make sure you're doing everything right. So.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had like a webcam here connected to the gym in Tulsa, and you could instruct?
Oh, for sure.
Like have a little TV monitor or
Yeah,
something,
yeah. Those guys
and
just
do it
sit around
remote,
asking questions.
you know, for like 2 hours.
No,
Wouldn't it be awesome?
that'd be great. Because I would love to. You know, I think your buddies are good guys, and they're nice enough to help you out. So I would have no problem. Like I said, I almost feel, you know, bad helping you out. You know, to beat these guys even more and more easy. Don't feel bad.
These are roommates. One of them I went to high school with, and was
Yeah.
my best friend since high school.
Oh,
so,
excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he's worked me over for years. So.
Okay, well, it's time for some payback. It's time to level the playing field.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, Robert, I want
Yeah.
to show you a
Okay.
couple of submissions from Side Control.
Oh, okay,
There's
good.
some really good submissions that I've been working on that are really starting to pay off for me. Okay. And I may have shown you this already, but it's very, very practical. Okay. And if you're able to pass, like say for instance here, we're in half guard. You're locking me up, right? So lock your half guard. Yeah, look, right? Let's say I start to work my knee wedge, right? I get my foot out. We're in perfect position for these submissions, okay? Look where your hand is, right? Everybody's always trying to keep this hand out up here, right, to relieve that shoulder pressure, right? Look, I'm going to take your lapel out, okay? And I'm going to use it as a rope. Look how I turn it. I turn it, right, to turn it into a rope, right here. Get the grip and turn it into this rope, right? So put your hand back. Look, over your wrist, just like this. Look, now move your hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's trapped, okay? Very, very valuable technique, okay? So I'm going to go underhook up to my knees, right here, and I'm going to make this super tight, right? Tell me if it gets just super uncomfortable, okay? Here, we're going to make it tighter, tighter, and tighter, right? Look how it's starting to turn your shoulder around, okay? Look, I'm going to put my forehead on your wrist, okay? I'm going to go knee on belly, and I'm going to start to rotate your arms. Oh, yeah. Right? Look, so this position. I still have my crossface. I can always take this hand out of the crossface and push just like that, right? But I don't need to. I figured out kind of that I don't need to lose this nice tight crossface to make this work. Now, once I get here, I put my forehead on the hand, and I don't even need the forehead on the hand. Look, I'm just going to rotate your elbow, right? Look, even get closer to the elbow, right? It's really uncomfortable, okay? So from here, also, what I can do is I can get even higher, right, with my knee. Look, here. Look, yeah. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull your elbow up. Yeah, look, uncomfortable, right? Now, if this wrist gets caught on this side of your face, look, right? Choke, okay? Choking yourself with your hand, okay? Just like this. So, look, I can even grab, feed it to this side. Look, grab with this elbow. Look.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right? If this hand gets trapped on your face, look. Use this. Up. So I'm falling just because I don't want to hurt you. But normally I would stay up, okay? Look, I'm going to pull with this, and I'm going to drive your elbow up. Look at that wrist lock, right? This also, Robert, is going to make my mount much easier. Why? Because I want to get my knee across your belly, right? Normally, if I don't have this, look, yeah, you're gonna keep my, right? So look, push my knee. Go, keep me from getting the mount. Right? So really hard for you to stop me from getting the mount, okay?
You basically disabled both arms.
That's right.
With one arm.
They're out of the game.
It's right. 2 legs against
That's right.
2 legs.
It's my whole body.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, against your whole body.
Exactly.
Really.
So
That is fantastic.
Definitely something you might use. Okay, if you get these guys in side control, I
Okay.
want to see, because you know I think you're feeling comfortable with your step over Kimura stuff.
Yeah.
It's time to start expanding.
Yeah,
Right. To
I agree.
have more and more in your arsenal from side control. And there's some other stuff that we might talk about tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
If you're up for it.
Yeah.
And start
awesome.
getting some repetitions in with that you know, that, I don't even know what to call it, chicken wing kind of, you know,
Chicken wing.
locking that down.
Yeah.
We might get some repetitions in with that, and then we'll start working with the lapels. There's some really solid chokes from there, okay, that I'm really starting to play with myself. So.
Okay.
Good job, man. Thank you very much.
No,
Of course.
appreciate it. You got a
You bet.
full slate today?
No, it's just the 7:30 class. These guys will come in, and
Okay.
I'll have them run around like chickens with their heads
There
cut
you
off
go.
for an hour and a half, and then we'll
Good.
go and enjoy the rest of the day.
I'm gonna go up to Stillwater and try to cheer on my Cowboys.
There you go. All right. Who are they playing today?
They're playing Pitt today.
Oh, that's a big game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
big game.
not around here. I mean, I think there's no Ohio State game today, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the,
Yeah.
overshadowed a little bit.
Sure. Well, you know, not for the OSU thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big game for the